Hey everyone, it's Patrick from Oakland Travel, and welcome to the Carnival Mardi Gras. We are in the Serenity area up on deck 18 all the way forward, and it's kind of windy up here, as you can kind of tell from, you see people's hair blowing around and stuff like that. And it's so windy that my little camera was having trouble kind of keeping a level, sort of horizon when it was recording the video. It's a unique feature of this ship. That wind sometimes can just blow right through there from one side of the ship to the other. And I see me right there trying to see if I can protect the camera, because the wind is so bad right there coming in from one side to the other that it just, Here we are up on the bow in the Serenity area. A very nice area to be for just pretty much any time on a cruise, actually. And I want to give Carnival credit on something. I've talked about this on the layout of other ships from other cruise lines, like for instance Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, etc. The Carnival Mardi Gras in the Excel class, assuming that the other ones kind of keep the same layout, is one of the few ships where you can have a really good view off the bow of the ship up here, like on the Serenity, all the way up on deck 18, or you can go all the way to the back and have the stern view, have the wake view of the ship. And so they did a really good job in the design of making the entire upper deck all the way around the ship very accessible. And so it kind of presents a little bit of an interesting quandary, because if you're like me and you're trying to record video for like a sail away, or like leaving at the beginning of the cruise, or a sail away going out of port, or even coming into port, you've got a full, essentially a 360 degree view, because you can go anywhere on the upper deck of the ship, so it's like, well, do I go to the port side? Do I go to the starboard side? Do I go to the front? Do I go to the back? It's a really, really good layout. Not all ships do that. Some of the ships, you can't go all the way forward. You can only go to a certain point. Some of the ship designs, you get a better view from the front, but not necessarily from the back, from the wake view. So the Carnival Mardi Gras, the XL class, it's a really good layout. Lots of space on the upper decks, as you can see here from the Serenity area. You've got the loft area up there above. That's kind of a little bit more of a restricted area for suites and stuff like that. You can rent the bungalows up there, if I remember correctly. But really good, just open deck setup on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. And you see right here on the left is kind of the stairway that would take you up to the loft 19, where I mentioned you can rent the bungalows and stuff up there. It's got its own little swimming pool up there, up above the Serenity. It's a pretty neat setup. Got the whirlpools right here on the left, a couple of big ones, one here and then one similar to this one on the other side. Right now we are on the port side of the ship, and we're just kind of making our way very slowly back into the main pool area. And you'll notice how it changes from the adult Serenity area to just sort of the party zone once you get back by the main pool.
This is still...
Yeah. Well, that set of steps going down, at the bottom of the steps is where it says adults only up here.
Okay.
This is one of the areas of the Mardi Gras that was always busy during our cruise. Even when the weather wasn't, very good, you still had people out here hanging out in the Red Frog Tiki Bar, just kind of underneath the wings in the pool deck, because like even if it's raining, you can kind of go along the sides and stuff like that. And the design of the ship is such that this area gets a lot of cross traffic, because the Lido, this is the Lido deck down there on 16 where the pool is. And you've got the Lido marketplace kind of towards the back, which is your buffet. And so you get a lot of people that are sort of moving back and forth through the pool area on the Lido deck to go either to the buffet or go back in the area back behind it where you've got another pool back there, another bar. Shaq's Big Chicken is back there. There's a lot of stuff to do just on decks, 16 and 17. So this was always a very busy part of the ship throughout our cruise.
Just to remind you all that coming up in 5 minutes time in the Mardi Gras Theater, and Vanya and Izzy, your shopping experts on board.
Coming up in the next episode, we're going to keep going in this direction and we'll take a look at the sports court.